So, lads, we are getting closer and closer to this happening. To this situation happening. Maybe not exactly wearing Chiefs jerseys, but you just never know. It is getting closer and closer to happening. All the seeds are being planted, and I know that I've made videos talking about this, but I'm sorry, talking about the old Caitlyn Clark and Taylor Swift fandom and potential crossover seems to be what's getting the most views right now. I'm sorry, Unrivaled starting in 12 days, then we can go back to basketball very soon. But let's take a listen to what Caitlyn Clark said on Travis Kelce's podcast about Taylor Swift.
92%er saw you with Travis was the Eras Tour. How was that?
Oh, that was so much fun.
Electric. It was great. My mom was like begging me to take her. She's like, I gotta go. Like, everybody's talking about it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it was right there in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I literally live right downtown too. Like right.
I do have to admit, it was a good concert. It was a great concert. I went in Dublin. In fairness, I only paid 200 quid for the ticket. It was like this far away from the stage. Like, I was there. It was like 4 hours long. Paramore were before it. As somebody who was a big fan of Paramore growing up, that was great too. And in fairness, to be able to be on stage for 4 hours, that was kind of crazy. It was very impressive. It was very, very, very impressive. I'm not going to lie. Well, let's listen to it. Keep going.
Right next to Lucas Oil, so I'm like,
nice.
The night I didn't go, I'm
Such a cool
on my balcony trying to listen. But no, obviously it's just a great show and a lot of fun and full Swiftie. Turned my mom into a full Swiftie now. And
nice.
Two of my cousins were there too, so good time.
Oh yeah,
good time.
Was that you mentioned that was like your second night going to it, right?
Yeah, second night in a row, and that was my third show. I went early on when Taylor first went on tour. In Minnesota at US Bank, one of her early concerts, and that was a lot of fun. Went with some of my college friends, and we had a good time.
I'm pretty sure that was, if I'm not mistaken, was that Caitlyn, Kate Martin, Jada Jimfy, Zanano? Was Gabby Marshall there as well? Obviously, that one went kind of viral.
Together,
it's hard. It's hard to not have a good time at a concert.
I don't know how you couldn't have a good time at something like that.
But it is mad when it comes to like full circle. When it comes to Caitlyn Clark and Travis Kelce. Caitlyn Clark is being asked. I want to see if I can find the clip of her back in like 2023. It's probably going to be too hard to find any modern ones. Obviously, there was the Caitlyn Clark butchering Enchanted so badly.
Enchanted to meet you.
Where is it?
Don't be in love with someone.
Yeah, we've obviously got the Caitlyn Clark butchering Enchanted, but there is a TikTok, I'm pretty sure, where Caitlyn Clark's was asked about the two of them. Like, it being in a relationship, and she was like, yeah, it's good. They're going to get married. They're going to get married now, full circle. Caitlyn Clark being on Travis Kelce's, podcast is mad. It is mad. But obviously, this is a situation that, I don't think anyone is surprised to see happening. And it's so funny, like, when people are saying this, it's like, there's going to be people someone in my comment section being like, Caitlyn Clark's entire fan base hate Taylor Swift. And I'm like, man, most of Caitlyn Clark's fan base are like little kids. Like, have people not realized that? Little kids and parents of the little kids who are delighted to just take them to, that they're interested in basketball. That is the vast majority of Caitlyn Clark's fan base. And I'm telling you for a fact, the people that hate Taylor Swift, why? Because she announced who she was voting for president. And again, I don't care about American politics. But like, the amount of people that hate Taylor Swift because of that correlate with Caitlyn Clark's fan base is an extremely, extremely small percentage of people. And those people already hate Caitlyn Clark because of what she said in the Time interview now. So I wouldn't even call them Caitlyn Clark fans. They're just more Caitlyn Clark haters. But yeah, it is. It is mad. Like, obviously that being a big topic, and you could even see, like, in the Time article, Caitlyn Clark talking about Taylor Swift and this type of stuff. Like, I think it's all leading to that point. Like, it's all leading to probably this point, and then, as I've said, it's leading to eventually the biggest WNBA game of all time. Like, they're all smart about this. They're all absolutely smart about what they are doing. They all know, like, all these people know where to be, where's going to get the eyes on them, like, where's are they avoiding spotlight, how to avoid the spotlight while still doing things that will help grow your brand. And they're smart about it. They both know. And in fairness, like, Caitlyn Clark's probably in awe. She's a Chiefs fan who was a big Taylor Swift fan. And I would say Travis Kelce's probably a big enough fan of Caitlyn Clark. And I would say Taylor Swift is probably just going to be along for the ride. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. Like, it is mad, though, that, again, we are at the, like, quote-unquote drama stage of the offseason. Like, it's going to happen in the NBA. It happens in every league where it's, like, there are times during the offseason where it's just the talk about the sport is more relevant, and there is a little bit of a lack of, like, real content to talk about. But this is something that, like, the seeds are constantly being planted, whether it be on the podcast, whether it be from the Time interview, whether it be from the fact Taylor Swift or Caitlyn Clark was just sitting in seats at the concert one of the nights, and the second night she was invited into the VIP tent. And that was a news story, the fact she was there twice. So it is always keeping it in the news, and it's going to be very interesting to see when Caitlyn Clark is eventually going to be at a Heat game, and then obviously all culminating in Taylor Swift being at, I can't even remember when Taylor, did I say Heat? I meant Chiefs game. I can't even remember any time Taylor Swift's been at a sporting event that wasn't Travis Kelce event, and the fact that she will be at a WNBA game probably in the not too distant future it's going to be huge for the sport. It really, really is. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. That is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.